What's up, Scars of Honor community, and welcome back to Developer Diaries. Today's topic is the mount system in Scars of Honor. Our game designer Emre has some exciting things to share about it.
Greetings everyone, my name is Emre. I am the game designer for our upcoming project, Scars of Honor. I have previously worked in gaming companies for almost 2 years, mainly in the quality assurance department. I'm an ardent student of video games and a passionate gamer myself. But to fulfill my dreams, I was in search of new endeavors, a team where I can share my ideas, make brainstorms together, and create a memorable game was one of my biggest ambitions. Beastburst Entertainment has opened its arms and welcomed me to their cozy team. Since then, I feel like I can finally be who I am and do what I love. Every single member of the crew is keen and compassionate. It is a blast to share ideas and work together with them. Even though, for someone who works remotely from afar and is relatively new to the team, there was never a moment that I felt out of touch. My duty is to conceptualize a game's mechanics, storylines, levels, environments, character interactions, and various creative aspects and put them in a cohesive harmony. Creating a visual and mechanical appeal for our target audience is the key to success when it comes to game design. I have the chance to work with every single member of the crew, like developers and artists, while discussing ideas with them. After truly demonstrating the ideas, I prepare a detailed documentation of the accepted subjects. Communication and understanding is the key when it comes to revealing your ideas. Unfortunately, being understood is an underrated joy these days, but you start to realize its worth even more when you are working in a communicative environment. That being said, I always feel obliged to hear out my team. Whether the person is an artist or developer, their ideas are valuable and I do my best to listen every single one of them. This also applies to our fans. Reading their comments on the forum and communicating with them is such an experience that it feels like we are creating this world all together. Ideas can come out of anywhere, and not giving any to your surroundings can only make you miss the best there is. Designing a game is like designing a device. What should it look like? What should it do? Who can use it? Or where can it be used? Based on that, I can safely say that your most important tool as a game designer is your imagination and your knowledge. Knowing your way around video games in their core design is the key to successfully improving upon that design philosophy. So, truly playing video games and deep diving into their mechanics can be considered as a good trait. Mounts are players' best friends when it comes to exploring the vast and open world of Scars of Honor. Riding mounts not only helps to reach your aimed destination, but it also gives an immersive feeling for players, making them a part of the ride and the world they are exploring. Before we started to work on our mounts, we assembled up the team and threw a dozen of ideas to the table about their designs, species, how should the mechanics work, how should they look like, and so on. The team came up with lots of ideas such as unique environmental passive skills, weather affecting speed, taming, breeding, subspecies of the mounts, customizing your mount, and many, many more. Mounts can be used as an effective method of transportation, and they'll also be useful in combat situations. Able to travel on the ground and water, mounts will help the player reach the desired place in shorter time. Not only will they help in players' exploration, but mounts will also be the key to engaging fights against enemies with their abilities. Our mounts will possess utility and action abilities. Utilities allow the player to perform actions that will otherwise be physically challenging or impossible with only their character or other mounts. On the other hand, actions will allow the players to take additional strategic decisions regarding the ways they engage in combat, such as mount-specific moves, crowd controls, and so on. Each mount has specific stats like speed, stamina, and fatigue. These stats will be important when you are picking up your favorite mount. When we were designing our mounts, we decided they will be divided into many categories such as beasts, predators, elementals, drakes, and many more that we haven't revealed yet. The team is currently doing its best to create unique and individual mounts, from warhorses to netherworldly infernal beasts. There's a mount for everyone in Scars of Honor. Not every creature can survive in every habitat, and therefore races needs to carefully choose their mounts to make them a part of their life. So our races in Scars of Honor will be able to use a restricted number of species in order to give the factions more characteristics. But don't worry, there will be plenty of options for every single race there is. As I mentioned in the brainstorming sessions, in Scars of Honor, players will be able to tame and breed new species of mounts on their own, keep them in player houses, raise them healthfully. Specific items will be necessary to carefully raise your mounts, and in this process, players can breed unique mounts that can be found nowhere in the world of Aragon. I know that these were not a lot of information regarding mounts, and I'm pretty sure you are excited to know more about the deeper mechanics of the game, but I promise, once they are ready to be shown, we will give you an update as soon as possible. Thank you for letting me be a part of this Developer Diary series. I hope we were able to give you a brief look on what you can expect from the Scars of Honor. I hope you all give our upcoming demo a shot once it's released. We can't wait to hear your thoughts on it.
That's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. For all things Scars of Honor, make sure to follow our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media links in the description. Till next time, and see you on the flip side.